Carmel police are looking for help identifying a man accused of stealing several things out of a woman's purse. The thefts happened last month at the Clay Terrace Mall. The victim told police several credit cards, gift cards, and an iPhone were stolen from her purse. One of those stolen cards was later used at a business.
Meanwhile, police in Speedway have released video of a suspect using a credit card, several of them stolen during a bold daytime theft that happened last month at a home near 21st and Allison Avenue. The stolen cards were used at a CVS near 16th and Tibbs. A mother told us off camera that her daughter answered a knock on the door expecting to see her grandmother. Instead, it was someone she didn't recognize, and that the stranger just walked right in, stole a wallet, and left. It's a story that hasn't settled too well with neighbors.
We have deadbolts on our doors. We lock our screen door. We have two huge dogs that, as you heard, protect us. I'm just glad the kids were safe and nothing really happened other than her wallet got stolen.
Police say the thief was driving a white Hyundai or a Lexus 4-door.
Indianapolis police are looking for two people who robbed a Subway sandwich shop. It happened back in December at the Subway on North Arlington Avenue on the city's east side. The man and woman both had semi-automatic weapons. Police say the man held customers at gunpoint. Both ran away from the store after getting away with cash.
All right, listen to this one. A video recently released by a Central Indiana Fire Department shows the measures taken to save someone's life from an overdose and how you can use the life-saving tool.
Narcan can reverse the effects of an overdose and is becoming more and more widely available. 24-hour News 8's V. Wynn reports.
The 6-minute-long video shows the painful reality of the opioid epidemic on friends and family.
John, wake up, buddy. I think you overdosed again.
The Whitestown Fire Department worked on the public service announcement with St. Vincent Hospital. The video is a step-by-step guide on what you need to know about Narcan.
We open the box to remove both the medication and the Bristojet.
From the packaging to the assembly and how to use it.
The Narcan then screws into the bottom of the Bristojet.
In the video, the Deputy Chief of Operations talks about two different types of nasal spray.
You can't name a town or city in the state of Indiana that hasn't dealt with this or isn't dealing with this. Some areas are worse, some are better.
The fire department got the idea for the video after learning about the low turnout at a training session on Narcan in southern Indiana.
The reason is because of the stigma associated with, abuse and addiction.
The deputy chief says Narcan allows them to have a fighting chance to save someone's life.
This is a step that can be taken before we even arrive, just like an AED, like an EpiPen. And it's kind of it's EMS prevention just as we do fire prevention. Narcan
is now available over the counter at drugstores, and you don't need a prescription to buy it.
This is only a Band-Aid. It requires that transport to the hospital to make sure that they're going to make it through the night. It requires long-term recovery counseling and addiction help. That's the only way to cure the problem.
That was V. Wynn reporting. The Whitestown Fire Department is working on several more opioid addiction videos for this summer. If you'd like to watch the videos, click on this story at wishtv.com.
All right, it's time now for our second top 8 most wanted suspects, this time focusing on wanted sex offenders. Let's take a look. First up is 33-year-old James Blakemore. He's wanted for a violation of probation on an original charge of sexual misconduct with a minor. Next up, 38-year-old Andres Felipe. He's wanted on a charge of rape. Next is 28-year-old Emmett Knowles, wanted for a violation of probation on an original charge of sexual misconduct with a minor. Next, 35-year-old Joseph Edwards, wanted on a charge of failure to register as a sex offender or a violent offender. Next, 27-year-old Joaquin Maldonado is wanted on a charge of rape. Next, 51-year-old Michael Smith, wanted on a charge of failure to register as a sex or violent offender. 28-year-old Dexter Harvey is wanted on a charge of illegal sex offender residency, 1,000 feet of a school. And finally, 31-year-old David Andrews, wanted on a charge of failure to register as a sex or violent offender. Now, if you recognize any of these suspects or have any information that could help detectives, please call Crime Stoppers. That number, 317-262-TIPS. You can also download the free P3 Tip app. Remember, if your tip leads to an arrest, you could be eligible for a cash reward.
Time now to revisit this week's Monday's Most Wanted Suspects. Police continue looking for Timothy Fowler. He's wanted on a charge of battery. Police are also looking for This man, David Carroll, he is wanted on a charge of dealing in narcotics.
And if you've ever wondered if Indiana's Most Wanted works, here's the proof. Since last month, 7 wanted criminals featured on the show, now behind bars. 7. As a reminder, we feature 2 wanted suspects every Monday in all of our newscasts. Our Indiana's Most Wanted special airs the 3rd Thursday of every month. And if you want to take another look at any of these suspects featured on this month's show, we have a photo gallery up right now at wishtv.com. Also there, all the information you need to submit a tip to investigators. Remember, all the tips are anonymous, and if your tip leads to an arrest, you could be eligible for a cash reward.
And that's all our time for this month's show. We hope you can join us again February 15th for another special edition of 24 Hour News 8, Indiana's Most Wanted.
And we'll see you back here tonight.